hoist the banner back to back.
Back to back to back.
Is it always?
Who did we win against 2 years ago? Was it Whitmer? Zach, do you remember? Were you playing that year? Yes. Your senior year, who do we beat in this tournament? Was it Whitmer? Whitmer?
I took a 5 and 10.
You took a 5 and 10 in that game?
Because of that horrible call. Where I let up on a kid and I still accidentally hit him and he just face planted the board and they gave me a 5 and 10. And then it was the same game where I nailed that dude in the corner and they called me for elbowing. Well, I had my elbow cut the entire time.
6-1.
Alright.
That's the team that I have.
Yeah, that made me angry.
I hated every time we played.
Yeah, they were. I saw them playing.
Oh,
We're about to
yeah.
get the horn.
What?
We're about to get the horn.
Yeah, this was a crazy game. Noah Chidima 2 goals, Nick Humphrey 2 goals, Jacob a goal, Craig Ford a goal, Jared 2 assists, David assists, Matt Porter, where's your name?
I was in the box.
Oh, you were in the
19
box.
minutes, 5 and 10, another 17 minutes penalties that game. Yeah. Why are you on the 17 penalties?
Because it was against Whitmer.
We have space here on the 30 stuff off screen there.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm ready for a good game. I talked through the first 2 games.
Yeah, you're for bad to use the word talent anymore. We like that a little more energy. Because during the first game you said the word disparity of talent again, and I'm like,
Oh, I know.
I told him, like, here come the parents, be sure to
Send the email.
They're gonna start lining up, get your bouncing hat on. So yeah, don't ever say
Yes.
that again.
All right.
No T word.
The North Olmsted Disparity of Talent Award goes to SPCL.
Uneven
You were the
talent.
first one to protect me, and you just stepped aside.
Well,
Cody was fearing for his life.
I was gauging the threat.
Gave you what?
I was gauging the threat level.
He was trying to figure out, is it fight or flight?
Angry
No,
or
I was
Stay fight or do I flight? Leave it off.
Well, the question that was going through my mind was, do I confront her or do I let her go to
It's not like fight or flight.
it wasn't fight.
It's not flight. You let her go right to him.
I talked to her and she's like, I'm like, okay.
It's like, look at the scoreboard. Go sit down.
Just get it off your chest. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it the way it sounded. It wasn't.
We got 9 people logged in. It's like a miracle. We have a good stream going. Shush.
Zach!
And
Any
careful.
problems?
Touching this thing that makes
Yeah.
the cameras go out.
I know. In fact, can we put this someplace else?
Where do you want it? Put it on the ground if you want.
I said stuff and now we're changing things. It's not good.
I just don't like the way this is all kicked up here. I would like to have this be a little more gentle on the curves because of how much is going through this wire.
Yep.
I need to get a USB extender and I'll just stand clear.
I have several USB repeaters. I got 45 feet of USB repeater. You can pretty much make the whole link of this deck if you wanted to.
What's more cord?
Yeah, what's more cords?
Replay is down. It's not changing.
Did you say got enough hard disk?
Can
stood in between the signal. That's what, I think that's wireless.
That is exactly what that is. That's crazy.
Yeah, something's getting interference.
That can't be me.
I think it is.
Absolutely could be.
No way. Because that's line of sight. I'm not in the line of sight.
No, this is. That's not.
It's still line of sight. Radio waves always go in a line of sight.
Yeah.
It might go out like this,
Exactly.
It'll bounce around.
but
What paper
to be fair though, your best signal might be bouncing off this thing.
That's what I mean. Like it could be all kinds of different trajectories.
That was
And yeah, you're right. The metal face on that is probably a nice little reflector.
yeah.
Why are we starting with that?
Yeah.
Am I connected to the laptop or?
Yes. Should be the laptop.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio. We have reached the 5 o'clock hour, and we have reached a much anticipated contest today on CVCA Livestream in the CVCA Christmas Tournament. It's the Amherst Steele Comets and the Kenston Bombers, two high-quality teams. The winner of this game will play in tomorrow night's championship game of the CVCA Christmas Tournament, and we expect a highly competitive, excellent contest here today. Both teams 2-0 already in this tournament, untested, but that will go aside today. Kenston, 30-plus wins a year ago and denied a Barron Cup with 10 wins already this season. The 6-time Barron Cup champions, the Amherst Steele Comets, coming into this contest also with 10 wins, nearly identical records, 10-5-1 for Amherst Steele, 10-6-2 for Kenston. And as we said, power and good skating ability on both sides here expected today. Yesterday for Kenston, Gavin Rowell scored 5 goals in the contest against NDCL. Certainly could do just about what he wanted. We expect a bit more of a defensive effort today against the top scorer for Kenston, but Rowell, 129, more than 129 points a year ago. That was going into last year's Barron Cup. Kenston had a couple of Barron Cup games and a state tournament game or two as well. And so certainly Rowell is somebody that the Comets will have to pay sharp attention to today. On the other side, the Amherst Comets, they've got talent up and down the roster. Cooper Bingham led all scorers coming into the tournament this weekend. The sophomore came in with 16 goals. He's added to that tally. And the Comets will be a tough test for the Bombers today. In goal, we expect to see for Kenston, Nick Svoboda, number 29. He's taking some warm-up. Actually, yes, it is Svoboda in goal, taking some warm-up shots right now from his teammates. Logan Lintz played earlier in the tournament as well, so we'll see which is the choice for Coach Tom Moores. And on the side of the Amherst Steele Comets, Anthony Schubert is expected to play, although they also have an option with Logan Orlandi, the senior. Schubert, the freshman, played yesterday. So again, we'll wait to see which is the choice today for the Amherst Steele Comets. But regardless, once we get underway, we expect the pace of play to increase over what we saw earlier today. We'll give a quick recap on what happened yesterday in the CVCA Christmas Tournament with the highlights from day number 2. And here they are. Rowell ran Kenston right past NDCL with 5 goals yesterday. The Wolves packed a punch, and they kept that going today. Worthington Kilbourne got their first win yesterday. They added a big win today, 9-1 against Aurora, and they wait to see what happens tonight with CVCA and Avon. For the other side of the bracket to determine who will play for the championship, the Comets, these Amherst Steele Comets, were in a tighter than expected game against Normandy, but Brendan Bingham had a hat trick to help them stave off the Invaders' upset bid. That was a 4-3 contest through 2 periods and ended up 8-5. So they remain 2-0, and then Noah Chadima led the CVCA attack with a hat trick last night. Court Stegmeyer recorded his 200th point, added 201 and 202 to finish off the evening's festivities a night ago as CVCA got a big win versus Aurora. We look at the standings coming into this game to set the stage as we wind down toward the puck drop here. We are looking at a white division matchup, Royal and white divisions here in the CVCA Christmas Tournament. Kenston and Amherst Steele both 2-0. Normandy 1-2 and NDCL 0-3. So the winner obviously will play tomorrow. Should these teams tie, then it would be a goal differential question, and we'll have to go and start digging up who's got more goals scored, more goals given up, and so we'll see if we can figure that out by the end of the contest today, but we're assuming one will end up on top. But that is a potential outcome here. In the event of a tie, goal differential would decide who moves on.
to the championship. On the other side, CVCA in command, but does need to win tonight. If Avon defeats CVCA, 3 teams, CVCA, Kilbourne, and Avon, would tie, and then Kilbourne would have the goal differential advantage and play for the finals championship tomorrow. Earlier today, as we mentioned, the 2 games are already in the books. They were both lopsided affairs. We'll take a look at the scoreboard before we get started here. And Normandy defeated NDCL 10-1. Worthington Kilbourne dispatched of Aurora 9-1. We expect much more competitive hockey for the second half of the day with Kenston and Amherst Steele, Avon, and CVCA later on. Here, 15 minutes around the clock. This is Tim Nichols. Glad you have joined us. We know you have viewing options on a Sunday afternoon. And we're glad that we have made the top of your list. Kenston in the powder blues, dark shells, white numerals, red trim, dark helmets. Steele, white tops, green numerals, yellow trim around those numerals, dark shells, and the white helmets. They'll go right to left. Kenston left to right, and we drop the puck, and we're underway in this one. The puck is sent down the ice, controlled in the defensive zone by Charlie McBride. McBride outlets and a cross-ice pass, looking for J.C. Pustai. Too far for him. It's loose, and Pustai sends it in, but it's sent right back out, and McBride will be on it at the blue line for the Bombers. He outlets and cross-ice pass completed to Eddie Kuzma. Now it's Rowell. Rowell puts the first shot of the day on the net, and it's saved. In goal starting is Christian Guyman. So there are 3 goaltenders for the Amherst Steele squad, and Guyman is the one that we had not seen yet. So a senior getting the start this afternoon. Round the boards it goes and chipped up and out. Here comes Noah Riley into the offensive zone. He's going to take a shot. It goes wide on the the far side. Sent up out of the zone. Brendan Bingham with a hat trick yesterday. Had it for just a moment. It's sent around behind the Comets net, and they'll try and reset. First minute of play just completed early in this one. Sent in. Poke checked away, and the counter is on. Pustai sends it on goal. A rebound. Second shot is smothered by Guyman. Both sides changing up. 13:45 left. Early first period here in the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Danny Offit steps in to take the face-off for the Bombers. Cannot control, and out with it comes Steele. Behind the net. Sent up by the Bombers. Ricocheted, a shot loose in the crease. Reaching for it was one of the Amherst Steele Comets. But a save made right there by Logan Linz, who looks like he's in the goal today. And we'll get another look at it right here. That was deflected a couple times. Linz ultimately covered it. Linz, the junior, got the start on Friday night. Called upon again this afternoon. Face-off won by the Comets. Fisher Sims sent it into the corner. Chasing after it for Amherst Steele is Vinny Kelly. It's loose, and a battle ensues on the far side boards. Puck still loose in the circles, floats up to the point and out to neutral ice, and dumped in by Kenston Sid Richardson. A pile up and a gaggle of players in the corner, and the puck ends up on the stick of Vinny Kelly. Kelly will skate to the near side, angle it off the boards, and up to a teammate. It's out to center ice, where Eddie Kuzma sends it across ice and dumps it in to the corner, and he'll get a change up behind the play. Fisher Sims outlets, sends it onward to Vinny Kelly, who dumps it in to the near side to our left, and Steele changes up. So with speed into the offensive zone for Kenston comes Luke Mack. Whistles blow, and we've got a stoppage with 12:25. Mack motored in, and it was offside. So you see right there, Rowell is trying to straddle that blue line. got in just before Mack entered the offensive zone. And so Pustai sends it in off the faceoff. Rowell chasing Deacon Kelly. Kelly swings it up, and it's controlled by the Bombers. And they'll try and set out the other direction. J.C. Pustai tips it to himself in the circle from a sharp angle. Back up to the point. A shot and a save by Guyman. Puck caroms to the far side. Centering pass in the slot. A shot and a no goal. Might have hit a little bit of the crossbar. Pustai from point blank range. It ricochets into the far side corner. Pustai is in there with a trio of other players. Again, loose in front. Backhanded shot, no goal. It goes through the crease, and now the second signal is it's in the back of the net, and the Kenston Bombers have struck first. It is J.C. Pustai who gets credit for the goal, and we'll take another look at it. Right there, you saw the referee signal no goal, and then he pointed to the back of the net. This will get a better look, and Pustai jumped right in there. It was loose in the crease behind the goaltender, Guyman. Pustai dumped it into the back of the net. It's 1-0, time of that goal. 3 minutes and 25 seconds of the first period. So the Bombers strike first in their effort to get to the championship game of this matchup between the Amherst Steele Comets of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Red Division and the Kenston Bombers of the Greater Cleveland Hockey League White North Division. Kenston with speed into the offensive zone again. It's Luke Mack, leaves it for Pustai. He kicks it forward, who sends it back down to Mack, who sweeps it toward the net. It is at the side of the net and loose. Karams in front up to the point and poked out to center ice. Pustai, actually it's Rowell, 12. Pustai wears 17. Rowell has it poke check from behind, gets it right back, and he'll just dump it in. It goes to the right of Guyman, and down on it is Noah Cheatham. Cheatham sends it to the near side, and up it comes quickly to Fisher Sims, who outlets, and play entered the zone briefly, sent right back out and dumped in again where Connor Murphy has it. Outlet pass reaching for, stretching for Pustai. They wave off icing as it goes behind the goal line, and so Steele will have to move out with it and get to center ice, but it's sent right back in by Connor Murphy. And we saw some of this in the earlier contest. An unseasonably warm December day, temperatures in the 60s, and the ice surface a little stickier than normal. That was, puck just didn't move. And some of the earlier teams, especially, there it goes again, the puck just dying. During the Kilbourne game against Aurora, a couple times the puck was iced and it just died right before the end line. So it bears watching to see how this ice surface survives this unseasonably warm December day. It's Kenston with the lead, and they're going to head up ice into the offensive zone. Charlie McBride is ridden off the puck, but he gets it around the boards to the far side, but it's picked up by the Comets, and they'll try and chip it up and out off the glass and across the end line. Icing against Amherst Steele, and they'll retrieve the puck and bring it all the way back into the defensive zone of the Comets with 9:23 to go here in the first period. J.C. Pustai with another goal is the difference so far in this one. 1-0 Bombers early. Rowell takes, actually it's not Rowell, it's Mack who takes the draw. It's one back and sent around the boards, but a ricochet comes right to Rowell. Dangerous anytime he has the puck. Flipped behind the goal to the far side, and we may have our first penalty of the contest, and we do. It's a cross check, and the Kenston Bombers are going to go on the power play, already leading 1-0. Number 24, Fisher Sims, is the guilty party. And the penalty comes with 9 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the first period. We'll see if we can get a look at it here on the replay. Looks like it occurred just beyond the view of the camera. And so 2 minutes is on the board. And it's kept in for the moment at the point. Nice job by Mack. Pustai now pirouettes, but has company. It's Noah Cheatham. Now it's loose and controlled by Rowell. Back up to the point. Mack down low into the corner. Centering pass looking for Nicholas Nyazov, who's out on the ice. Actually, it was not Nyazov. It was Troy Wieland, number 18. Nyazov wears 8. Right now that puck is up and into the netting right near the blue line. They'll keep it in the offensive zone for a face-off to the left of the goaltender, Christian Guyman. 1:29 to go in the penalty to Fisher Sims. 8:35 to go, first period. And this time it is J.C. Pustai who takes the draw. It's loose in the face-off circle, sent toward the goal. Guyman has to make a save, and chasing after it is Troy Whelan. Whelan has it sent up. Mack with a shot. Pad save by Guyman and is poked out. Mack deflects it up, but it's sent right back down by Brendan Bingham, the senior for Amherst Steele. Pustai navigates, but has it poke checked away, and he'll have to exit the zone before Kenston can bring it back in. Rowell does it. He's onside. Big collision. Another penalty coming. It's touched up, and it's going to be a big opportunity for Kenston now because we've got a trip call, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 power play for 53 seconds. We get another look at it right there, and the collision occurred. I'm not sure it was intentional, but nevertheless, Deacon Kelly joins Fisher Sims in the box, and a 5-on-3 power play opportunity early here in the, well, midway through the first period. A chance to put some distance between the Bombers and their competitors, the Comets. J.C. Pustai takes the draw for the Bombers. He wins it back to Luke Mack. Mack sends it down. Steele in a triangle formation, try and kill off this 5-on-3. 43 seconds left on it. Rowell sends it down to the corner. Kenston. Pustai circles, backhanded, shot taken away and cleared out. Pustai had options, tried to center it, and Steele able to clear that. So 24 seconds remains in the 5-on-3. It's sent forward and taken in. McBride. Now Pustai. Pustai toward the goal. Far side. Shot. Knocked down. Second attempt. Knocked down again. It goes up into the rafters, and the whistle blows with 9 seconds left on the penalty to Fisher Sims. He'll be released when that expires. 1 minute and 16 seconds to go on the cross-check penalty to Deacon, or the tripping penalty to Deacon Kelly. Face-off won by the Bombers. It trickles into the near side corner and chipped up into the net once again off the stick of Brendan Bingham. So 2 seconds remain on the 5-on-3. It'll be a 1 minute and 8 seconds of 5-on-4 penalty. Power play time for the Bombers once Sims is released. One back to Amherst Steele, and they clear it down the ice. Sims rejoins the fray. Deacon Kelly has to wait another minute and 5 seconds before he can come back onto the ice. Here's a shorthanded bid, and it's deflected in front. Goes to the near side corner. 6:53 to go in the first period of a 1-0 contest. The power play continues as a 5-on-4 now for the Bombers. Pustai sends it across ice. He finds Rowell with speed. Rowell has it poke checked away, though, and it allows for a clearance as he was offsides. Puck never entered the zone, and the Bombers couldn't play it. 33 seconds left in the power play now. Kenston trying to get another goal. It's sent around off the backboards and dumped back in. The initial shot was from Luke Mack. Sent up and unable to keep it in was Charlie McBride with 15 seconds left on the penalty time. Amherst Steele's killed off a 5-on-3. They're trying to kill off the remaining 5-on-4 time, and they likely will as they fling the puck down the ice once again. Just 5 seconds left, and Deacon Kelly ready to rejoin the contest. Penalty expired, and back to even strength, 5-on-5 and a turnover. Shot, save. Brendan Bingham looking for another. He had a hat trick yesterday. Took that defensive zone lapse and fired it right at the midsection of Logan Lynn's. You'll take another look at it from Lynn's perspective. He was all over it, but nevertheless, a little bit of carelessness right there almost cost the Bombers. Face-off is still battled for. Puck is loose all the way out to center ice in the red line. And finally, it's collected and sent in by Zach Owens. In the corner, Fisher Sims steals the puck. Centers in front. It goes all the way to the point. A shot. It ricochets off one of the Comets down low. Nice opportunity by Deacon Kelly. But now it's all the way down the other end of the ice where Kelly has to retrieve it once again. Sends it into the corner. And it's angled up. And here come the Comets. 2-on-2. Offsides though. Once again, the ice surface wreaking a little bit of havoc. Easy for me to say. We'll watch it again. As you just watched the view from behind the goal cam. That puck just not sliding and gliding smoothly. Here we go. We'll see it now. As it just didn't go as expected. It's almost like summer or spring hockey on a day like today. Loose puck is dumped into the corner. Nice job on defense by Noah Riley. Tries to switch to offense. Bingham can't control it. Pustai sends it forward. Rowell is there as well, but it's taken away by the Comets. Sebastian Smith, he counters. Smith leaves it for a teammate. Riley back to Smith. Smith behind the goal, centers it. It's knocked aside and Rowell is on it. Not sure Kevin Rowell's been off the ice in the last 5 minutes or so. Certainly was out there for the entire penalty time. Luke Mack dumps it in deep. Kelly, that's Deacon Kelly, was down there. The whistle blows. Looks like the puck was on the back of the net. Thank you, Kent Schwartzbeck, for that help right there, as I couldn't see it. That gives me an opportunity to thank John Powell, Kent Schwartzbeck, Sean Mosher, Zach Nichols, and JT Nichols for the help today. You get a good view of it right there from our goal cam. An addition we've added this year, the brainchild of Sean Mosher, making it work with some Wi-Fi capability, and we get a good view at home. Here comes a chance. 1-on-3. Vinny Kelly first. Behind the net, Cooper Bingham as well. Vinny Kelly pestering, but dug out by McBride for Kenston. A loose puck is knocked in deeper. Chasing after it, Sid Richardson. Taken away by the Comets. Big collision, and it's sent up out of the reach of number 9, Connor Murphy, who skied but couldn't sky that high to knock that down at the blue line. But it's an icing on the Amherst Steele. And with 3:37 to go first period, an offensive zone face-off. Brendan Bingham back out there on the wing. An imposing sight with his height. His teammates win the draw, and they angle it up to the far side. Sebastian Smith couldn't handle it. It comes back to one of the Comets, and they send it out to center ice for the moment. But dumped right back in by Luke Mack. Chasing after it, Zach Owens. Sent it to the far side. The Comets unable to clear it. Finally sent it out to center ice. Bingham sent it forward. Whistles blow though. Offsides is the call. 3:06 to go. And you see what happened. Sent right back in, and right off of Kenston Bombers player. They do win the faceoff though. Puck flutters up in the air, and Rowell back on. Sends a long shot on goal. It's tracked by Christian Guyman. But he wins an offensive zone faceoff for his team. Earlier today, Dane Galgus scored from the red line against NDCL. No such luck right there for Rowell. Faceoff one back to the point. Controlled by Ava Morris, who's out for her first shift of the day. It's knocked out to center ice. Offsides as the puck entered the zone before, or actually the player, number 24, Fisher Sims, entered the zone before the puck did. You'll watch it again. Sims got tied up on his beeline toward the offensive zone. Steele and Sims enter. Centering pass was looking for Cooper Bingham. Bingham not quite where he wanted him to be. Now it's loose in front. Still loose. Third attempt. The puck is still loose. And finally covered by Linz. Wow. That was a flurry of activity. We watch it again. A first save right there. Second one coming there. Third one. And maybe a fourth one as Linz just rolled. Here's a great look at it as we're back into live play. Logan Linz keeping his team in the lead with that flurry of activity as we wind down to the 2-minute mark. Here's another chance. Shot and knocked down in front. Never got to the goal. Good job on defense. It was Carmela Nielsen who blocked that shot. She had a goal yesterday. And she'll dice it up with Fisher Sims behind the net. Centered in front. Oh, another great play by Luke Mack to poke check that away before a shot could get off. Here's another chance wide of the net. Oh, maybe the best opportunity of the afternoon. Good pressure sustained right now for Amherst Steele, who's looking for the equalizer. Again, they'll go in front. Backhanded shot saved by Lintz. It's loose into the corner. 1:25 to go. Vinny Kelly sends it up to the point. It's sent to the far side corner as Deacon Kelly kept it in for the moment. But finally, Kenston is able to clear into the offensive zone. Luke Mack shoots it. It's gloved down. It trickles behind the net and is sent around. It ricochets right back to an Amherst Steele player. They're going to send it down the ice. This will be icing against the Comets with 59 seconds to go in the first period. Some good opportunities right there for Amherst Steele to try and tie this one up. Shots equal at 8 apiece. The Bombers, Luke Bustai has the only goal of the contest. 1-0. They drop the puck down and the Comets swoop it around the near side boards. A collision into those boards happens, but the puck loose. On it is Noah Cheatham. Sends it across to the far side. It's angled up and out. Noah Riley trying to come up with it. It's dumped in deep by Sebastian Smith. And here's Bingham behind. Tries to center. He tried a wraparound actually. Now a shot from the slot goes wide. It's poked at by Danny Offit. Comes back to the corner. Noah Riley is ridden to the ground, but it comes to a teammate. Riley gets it back, and it's sent around to the near side, where Sid Richardson sends it out to neutral ice with 6 seconds left. Here comes a chance, but it's in the back of the net before the buzzer sounds. That's a good goal. Misplayed by Amherst Steele, and Kenston adds to their lead right as the period ends. Let's take a look at it. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure whether that was knocked in by Kenston or by Steele. And it's an own goal, oh my goodness. Right at the buzzer, 2-0. Before we go to break, Sean, can we run that again? Let's run that replay again, guys, and take one more look at it. It was number 8, Noah Cheatham, as we watch right here, who put it behind his own goaltender at the buzzer, and that gives the Kenston Bombers an unorthodox 2-0 lead at the first intermission. Wow. You got to play to the finish, and that's exactly what Kenston just did, and they take the lead to the break. We're going to pause now, catch our breath, and wait for this message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. So we are back here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center, and it's always something. The goal cam to our left was dislodged by one of the checks, or the puck's hitting the back of the wall, and so we're working on restoring that goal cam. The cable broke on it, and we dug out a cable that we hadn't used for 4 years, and we're trying to fix that. Meanwhile, it's a 2-0 score in favor of the Kenston Bombers here at the intermission. So as we scramble around, Tim Nichols here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center, the first intermission. The score is Kenston 2 and Amherst 0. We're trying to untangle some cords here because we are joined up in the perch by the head coach of the CVCA Royals, Doug Fairchild. Coach, put on that headset. Let me know if you can hear me.
I can hear you, Tim.
Let's move that a little closer to your mouth right there. Try it again.
How are we doing?
Now we're doing great.
Perfect.
Coach, welcome to the perch. It's been a little while since we've gotten together, but
it has.
What a tournament, what a first period we just had.
And what a great, two great teams, right?
Amherst Steele, Kenston.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of Kenston over the years,
yes,
at least over the last year and a half.
Absolutely.
Amherst Steele, not so much on the CVCA schedule, but we might see him tomorrow night. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, it's been really good. I got to say something first of all. Just a thank you to all you guys, what you do. You would not believe how many emails, texts we get from parents and families going, what you guys do is unbelievable. I mean,
we take it for granted. You do our games. It's the quality of the broadcast. What you guys do is phenomenal. Sean, the group, you guys are amazing.
Well,
we just thank you so much.
We were just telling the fans we're scrambling a little bit here at this first intermission because one of those checks over here knocked the gold cam off the back of the wall, broke one of the cords. And I said, what kind of cord? And they said, micro HDMI to HDMI. And the wheel started turning. I've got one extra cord. It's about a mile long. We haven't used it since 2020 in football season, but that's what they're working on, setting up down there.
Wow.
So the ability to put this on the air and make it all work, sometimes it astounds us even, but we're glad to do it.
Oh,
you know,
guys, it's amazing. Like I said, we love it. We take it for granted. Our kids go home and watch our game, and they think they're in the NHL. You know, listening to you do the broadcast. It's super.
We sometimes think we're in the NHL, but we know we're not. We know that we are not.
Once they actually see themselves skate, they know they're not. But
yes.
Anyway.
And the same for us as when we go back and watch our broadcast, but we try and do our best. So the tournament expanded from 4 teams to 8 teams this year. Talk me through how that happened.
Yeah, well, we were looking to go expand and trying to find teams playing the same tournaments year after year, and one of them was Greg Revac. I know you've talked to Greg, and
Greg came out. We had a great conversation with him.
I had the pleasure of coaching Greg when he was in high school, and I feel like an old guy now because all my players are having kids, and I'm just an old guy.
He said he's got an 18-month-old.
I know, and at our alumni game, I see all these ex-players with kids now, and they're doctors and lawyers, and it's pretty cool.
That's right. CVCA alumni game took place yesterday morning at 9 o'clock. As if we haven't had enough hockey this weekend. We started on Saturday, 9 a.m.
Yeah, absolutely. And you still have your voice. That's the miracle.
The first day got through the whole thing, went home, thought, I'm feeling good. I'm like, 11 o'clock at night, time for a lozenge. I think I had 2. Yesterday we pounded 3 or 4 lozenges in the first half, but so far since then, we're good. We are good for now.
Nice.
So you've got a big game coming up tonight, and we've been crunching the numbers. We had to break out the abacus because first off, you win and you're in. It's that simple. A tie and you're in.
Right.
But right now, the performance earlier today by Worthington Kilbourne, where they put up a 10-1 score, means that they would have the advantage in goal differential if we don't have a good result tonight at CVCA.
It's a little complicated because we do a 3-point for a win, 2 for regulation, a tie, overtime win, excuse me.
Right.
1 for an overtime loss. So we need a point tonight, one way or the other.
One
to get
point,
going,
we'll
but
get
we'd
it
love
done.
to just win one. But Avon's a good team, and we played them here earlier in the year, 4-3. We know it's going to be a really good game. They're a good club, good team.
Absolutely. We're excited to have a couple good games because there's been a few, we'll call them maybe lopsided scores so far in this tournament. But the game we had Friday night, CVCA and Worthington Kilbourne, right down to the wire. It came 5-4. Excellent contest. Yeah. This one's a good one. A couple good ones yesterday. So you're going to have a tournament with 16 games. You're going to get some great games and so others that maybe not so great.
Right.
But,
and it was no surprise that Worthington Kilbourne would be good because I knew Greg's a good coach and they're going to be well coached. And anytime you get a good group of well-coached kids, it's going to be a good hockey game. So.
And on the other side, we've seen NDCL struggle. We've seen Aurora struggle. But the thing that's impressed me about both of those teams, despite the disparity perhaps on the ice, both teams are well coached and played right to the end, never gave up. So the effort was there for both those teams.
I couldn't agree more. Well coached, and they battled right to the very end. And part of with the tournament, these teams commit a year in advance to coming, and no one's ever quite sure. We're never quite sure who's going to come through the door and how many players we're going to have and what caliber we're going to do. It's one of the beauties of our league that we can move up and down based on that. But you commit to the tournament, you're not really sure, and so the caliber's been a little bit uneven in some of the games. But like I said, the kids never quit. They just kept going. It was fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Watch them get a goal, and they set those smaller. I've been there as a coach, right? Those small goals. Let's get through this period. Let's not get to running time. Let's not get mercied. Let's get a goal.
All those things.
And those are victories when you're playing teams that are definitely outmanning you. It comes down to coaching and character, and those kids have it. Right?
They do.
Yeah.
Indeed. And we've been there. You and I have been around this a long time. You've been around a long time. So,
yes,
Coach, tonight you've got an opportunity to hit a milestone. I'm sure you're probably aware of it. But a win tonight would be 250.
Oh, I thought he was going to hit my 80th birthday. I was
if you don't win tonight, that could come
first.
Right? That is true.
I did not know that. Okay.
250 if you're able to win tonight.
But you know what it is. If you're blessed to play with good coaches or good players, it makes coaches look good. That's the key to coaching.
That is the key. Have some good guys.
Be blessed with good players, and I've been blessed with some really great kids.
And I was going there actually a long way to get there.
Yeah.
But a couple of years ago, I got a chance to talk to Coach Jackson, Jim Jackson from Normandy, who's in this tournament. And he said, well, I would love to have a bunch of freshmen who walk through the door like CVCA had a couple of years ago, and those kids are now seniors.
Yeah.
So it's been a good run these last 4 years. You hit 200 only 2.5 years ago. And so 250 could happen tonight. It could happen tomorrow. It might happen in 2025. You never know. But it's going to happen. But prior to that, there were some down years, and you play through them.
Yeah,
and Aurora, and we talked about it on the broadcast earlier today, had some great Barron Cup battles with Aurora back in 2017. That program's going to come back, and NDCL coach Aboud, there's no doubt he'll come back as well.
Absolutely. And the impact you have on kids is way beyond wins and losses, right? Like Keith Aboud's having an impact on those kids at NDCL that's going to last forever. He's a great man, great coach. The Aurora coach is the same thing. It's way beyond that. You know that. I mean, it's about teaching character. It's about teaching teamwork and all those things that are the life lessons.
And that's why you coach.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, the wins are great. It's great to compete for the Barron Cup, and great to try and compete for the championship here. But when it's all said and done,
right? When you get to do the alumni game, one of my favorite days of the year. I get to see these kids, and like I said, doctors, lawyers, they have their own kids now, and just flourishing. And it's just you were a tiny part of their life, but it's awesome.
Well,
it's why coaches do it, right?
We are thankful for you at CVCA, your time there, and to give us the opportunity to talk and talk and talk.
Sure.
And we hope you've enjoyed the interview here at the halftime. Hello. That's football mode. At the first intermission, the score is Kenston 2, Amherst Steele 0. That goal with a fraction of a second, and it was actually an own goal.
It was. That was unfortunate. It happens, but yeah.
It does. But you know what? Steele is a good team, and they're going to give a good effort. We'll see what happens here in the second period.
Yep.
Coach
Thanks
Doug
a lot,
Fairchild, thank you for your time, your service to CVCA, and making everything work here.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming up.
Thanks.
All right, we're ready for second period action. The teams have returned to the ice. 15 minutes back up on the clock. It's great to talk to Doug Fairchild from CVCA. And he does have a big opportunity later tonight. But that's later. This is right now. And we restart with Kenston going right to left, Amherst left to right in this second period. They drop the puck down, and we are back at it. Puck in the Steele offensive zone. A shot loose in front, and Linz is going to cover it. So right out of the gate, Steele trying to get that goal back that they surrendered right there at the death of the first period. Face off one back, but all the way back in the defensive zone. And Gavin Rowell is going to win the race to it. Rowell first there, circles, has it poke checked away, and it's out to neutral ice. And in fact, it's sent in by Fisher Sims into the corner. Noah Cheatham. Sims there as well. They dig it out, but it then is taken away on the far side wall. And a counter is deflected into the back of the goal area and cycled back down low by J.C. Pustai. Luke Mack, his teammate, there sends it further onto the far side corner, but collected by Fisher Sims. Sims up to the point. It's kicked in and kept in. And now Pustai and Cheatham come together. Kent comes out with it. Centering pass gets knocked to the near side and sent out to neutral ice. It's sent across and taken by Sims. He angles it forward looking for Cheatham. It was behind him though, and so he wasn't ready for it. And that leads to a counterattack by J.C. Pustai, who lines up. It's a stick save by the goaltender Christian Guyman. Mack tries to center. It is knocked down by his counter number, Vinny Kelly, who comes up with it. He angles it up, and they're going to say that went off the brick that is behind the glass there, and so a face-off. And there has been a goaltender change. We've just been informed. Anthony Schubert into the game. So the day for Christian Guyman is done. Schubert starts this second period and made that first save. Here's a chance. Bingham steps in, gets a shot, a big rebound from Linz, but no one there to collect it. Schubert Sent it into the corner. It's sent to the far side now. Amherst Steele trying to come back from a 2-goal deficit. Brendan Bingham falls to the ice. And play is stopped. As the puck went out of play. And they'll bring the faceoff back into the offensive zone for the Bombers. 12:51 shows on the clock. Second period action. Kenston leading 2-0. J.C. Pustai got the first. And then the second one was knocked in right at the end of the first period on their own goal by Noah Cheatham, I believe it was. But here's a chance to get one back. Shot and a save by Lintz. With some space down below the goal line, it goes into the far side. Cycled back down low. Fisher Sims centers and finds Vinnie Kelly. Kelly sends it back up to the left point. Good job keeping that in for the moment, but it's now controlled and sent out to center ice by Kenston. Angled forward, and the Comets regain the zone. Cooper Bingham has it poke checked away. Rowell sends it up to the point. Shot deflected into the far side corner by Fisher Sims. Sims gets deposited on the playing surface, and it's poked ahead. Here comes a 1-on-1, now a 2-on-1 for Kenston. Rowell, he'll shoot, and it's saved by the goaltender Schubert. Rowell seems like a shoot first kind of guy. He did have an option on the right hand side. You'll see it right here. Can't fault the guy who scored 5 goals yesterday for taking another chance right there. 11:45 to go, second period. Centering from the corner. And knocked away by Brendan Bingham. All the way down to the other side of the ice now. The far side corner. Charlie McBride battles. It's still loose. And the breakout for the Bombers. Poke checked away. Loose at center ice. Headed the other direction into the offensive zone. Deacon Kelly. Kelly has it poked away by McBride and dumps it down low as he gets it back. Noah Riley was there. It's sent up but not out. Still loose and finally taken away. Here comes Kenston. Puck is swept away, and Deacon Kelly takes a chance. It goes over the goal and all the way around to the left side and into the defensive zone. Angled behind the goal. It comes to the Bombers, who get a shot loose in front and sent up and out. Now a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Here comes a chance and a shot and a save off the stick and batted into the corner by Charlie McBride. So Kenston been playing good team defense, taking care of the goaltender Lintz. And a good chance there for Amherst Steele to get their first of the afternoon. Lintz made that first save, and then it was McBride who just played volleyball with the puck into the far side corner. The puck is dropped down, and a cross-ice pass leads to a breakout and a shot from the red line. A save by the goaltender Schubert. Send up, and here comes another chance. Far side rush is averted. Good defense there by the Bombers to thwart that 2-on-1 potential opportunity for Amherst Steele. The puck trickles into the defensive zone where it's collected by Zach Owens, who sends it forward. And now his teammate Cooper Bingham has it. Bingham tries to center. It's loose and sent to the near side corner. Chasing after it is Noah Cheatham. Sends it, behind the net. It ricochets right back in front of the net and has to be covered by Logan Linz. Linz the junior got the win on Friday night, and you'll see how this ricochet happens. Right off the back wall and right to the corner of the goal. That puck is sent down low. Carmela Nielsen trying to dig it out. She's in a puck battle with Noah Riley. Riley wins that battle. Riley will cycle it back down low. He's got Bingham. Bingham takes a shot. It ricochets to the far side corner. And Kenston breaks out with it. They'll dump it in down low. The chase is on. And it's Rowell to Pustai. Pustai centers out in front. Luke Mack had a chance right there. Pretty play. Everything but scoring. Everything but the back of the net. And it's sent down the ice where Nielsen will touch it up for the icing. With 8:46 to go, second period. Here's that play. And Luke Mack got a stick on it. Could not redirect it into the net. Winner of this game will play for the championship of the CVCA Christmas Tournament tomorrow night at 7:30 against either CVCA or Worthington Kilbourne. That matchup yet to be determined based on the result of the CVCA Avon game tonight. Kilbourne looking for Avon to author a victory against the Royals. That would put Kilbourne in the championship. Despite the fact that CVCA defeated Worthington Kilbourne on Friday night, an Avon victory would result in a three-way tie for the division on that side of the bracket. And by goal differential, Kilbourne would advance. We got a chance to talk to Coach Doug Fairchild from the Royals during the first intermission, if you're watching. And he said the goal for the Royals obviously is to win, but they need a point. You get 3 points for a win in this tournament, 2 points for an overtime win, 1 point for an overtime loss. So if the Royals can get to overtime, they will advance. But right here, it's Gavin Rowell. Rowell, cross-ice pass, and a goal! The third of the game, and it looks like J.C. Pustai. We said before, Rowell, a shoot-first kind of guy. That time he passed, and it resulted in an assist and a goal in the back of the net. A pretty play. Gavin Rowell, cross-ice, and a J.C. Pustai goal for the third of the afternoon. It's 3-0 Bombers. Anthony Schubert did all he could right there, but the odd man rush leads to a 3-0 lead. And the Bombers from the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League White North Division have the lead. This is a team that lost twice last week to Kent Roosevelt in the Karen Barlow tournament and lost in the championship of that game 6-0. The top of the white division and the red division, which also that tournament last week featured Rocky River from the red and Hudson from the red, perhaps as competitive as that and even as it's ever been, with Amherst now trailing 3-0. Half the game still remains. Don't count the Comets out. They continue to dig behind the net, in front, shot and a save. Rebound comes out in front, up to the left point. It's fired in and gloved down by the goaltender, Logan Linz. You take a look at it with us. And Linz right on top of that one. A pair of 22s in the face-off circle. It's Luke Mack for the Bombers, Vinnie Kelly for the Comets, and it's sent forward but not out. Dumped back in, knocked back up, never got to the goal, and Pustai, the last goal scorer, is on it, but he turns it over. Here comes a chance. No, good back check. Still loose. And now Pustai just sends it out to neutral ice. And here comes Mack. Now Rowell, he'll fire off the iron. Almost had the fourth of the afternoon. Sends it back in. The goaltender's best friend, that iron. It comes in again, it goes wide. Kenston with some pep in their step. Here comes the Comets though. Right side, shot loose in front and covered by Lynn. So again, There was a rushing comment on the far side. I think it was number 24, Fisher Sims. But the choice to pass as Sims heads to the bench with Cooper Bingham. And you'll watch it right here as it developed. This is the previous play that hit the post. And here's the chance. I guess it would have probably been a tough pass right there, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that shot. Nevertheless, it results in a continued 3-0 deficit for Amherst Steele. So we'll restart. Offsides was the call with 6:18 to go here in the second period. Head coach Steve Morris sends out a fresh set of troops for Amherst Steele. And a penalty coming. Delayed penalty, shot, and a save. And the Comets are going to go on the power play. A trip is the infraction. And it is Gavin Rowell who goes into the box. And there's the trip right there, you see. And so the Comets need some boost right here. They've got an opportunity. 2 minutes on the board. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes and 49 seconds. Rowell in the box for tripping. And a 5-on-4 power play for Amherst Steele. From the high point to the near side, Zach Owens. Owens sends it down low into the corner. There, Cooper Bingham has it. Bingham sends it further down. Vinnie Kelly back up to the point. Owens to Kelly. Kelly skates in and sends it back low to the corner. 1:34 remaining on the power play. A shot deflected down low, a save, and another shot in the slot. It's loose and behind the net. Collected by Vinnie Kelly. Back to the left point. Minute 20. Far side corner. Kenston's Charlie McBride pressuring, but now once again Kelly has it. Kelly to the near side. Vinnie Kelly, right point. Owens back to Kelly. Sends it back down low. Not a lot of movement. The puck's moving, but here's a chance. I think that hit the iron as well. There was a great opportunity, maybe the best of the afternoon. It's collected and sent in. Saved to the near side corner. Finally, actually still controlled by Amherst Steele. Skating into the front, and Linz is just going to cover. 38 seconds left. Extended power play time in the offensive zone, but one real solid opportunity. It's our camera not cooperating with us. We resume. Up to the point. Fanned on and finally cleared out after the missed play. Dumped back in. Steele has to touch up. Kenston tries to clear, and they finally do at 25 seconds. Schubert will collect it and leave it for Noah Cheatham. 18 seconds to go now in the penalty time to Rowell. A turnover. Here comes Pustai. He's dangerous. Cross ice. Another chance. Loose and swept out of harm's way. The shorthanded bid. Just 3 seconds left. 2-1 and back to even strength. And so Amherst Steele not able to capitalize on the power play. It remains 3-0 as we wind down to 4 minutes to go, second period. Rowell on his horse. Navigates the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Sends a shot in and it ricochets toward our camera and up into the rafters for a stoppage. That was the previous opportunity on the shorthanded bid. Kenston 3. Amherst nothing. J.C. Pustai got the first one. He got the third one. The second one was put in the back of their own net by Noah Cheatham. Certainly the closest bomber would have gotten credit for the goal, but an unfortunate circumstance right at the end of the first period. That's where you stand today, 3-0. Final 3.5 of the second period. Carmela Nielsen, good job by her to keep that puck in for the moment, but it's swept back out to center ice and collected by Danny Offit. And now knocked in by Deacon Kelly to the offensive zone. Kenston's Eddie Kuzma with a shift. Sweeps it down the ice, and it does not have enough oomph to get across the end line, so no icing. And the third game in 3 days, albeit a couple of relatively easier contests. We did see Amherst Steele struggle a bit with Normandy yesterday. They certainly were in control most of the game, but that 8-5 result against Normandy compared to the Bombers' clinic they put on against the Invaders continuing to play out here. It is the Bombers who've had the better of it for most of the afternoon. We'll see if Amherst Steele can answer in the final 2:25. Deacon Kelly sends it far side to Fisher Sims. Back to Kelly. Kelly waits for it. It was 22 Vinnie Kelly, so we had the right surname, the wrong first name of the two Kellys on this team. Kelly, number 22, bumps into his teammate Fisher Sims. Loose puck in front and is sent out to center ice. Final 2 minutes, minute 54 of the second period. Nicholas Nyazov sends it in, and then he steps off. The Comets will dump it in. Deacon Kelly sends it behind the net. Logan Linz will play it. He'll send it to Nielsen. Carmela sends it forward. Pustai with both goals scored by the Bombers today. They have 3 on the board. A laser shot knocked down in front. Dumped down to the corner. Swept to the far side. Pustai is there. Pustai allows it to go to the point. Sent back in. A rebound to the near side is sent up and not cleared. Kept in. Good play by Luke Mack, but it's Nyazov who had it. Mack will dump it in. Deacon Kelly. We're under a minute. 45 seconds, in fact. Well, stretching for it and catching it is Sebastian Smith, but he's 1-on-4 and loses the puck. Here comes Pustai with, actually it's Rowell with speed. Rowell takes a shot. It's blocked down with the blocker by the goaltender Schubert. Final 25. Noah Riley cycles it back down low. It's Nielsen who comes up with it. She reverses it. Sent off the side of the net. 10 seconds left in the second period. Amherst Steele trying to get one. Sent forward to Linz. Swept out to the left point and all the way down the ice. And the clock this time will run out with no further damage, but another goal in that second period by J.C. Pustai. And 2 periods are in the books. The Kenston Bombers are 15 minutes away from booking their ticket to the championship game of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. It's going to take a comeback effort by Amherst Steele to avert that result. Coach Tom Moores will send his team to the locker room with a 3-0 lead. That's where we stand. Kenston 3, Amherst Steele 0 at the end of 2. We're going to pause right now for a message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. see the difference at CVCA, we'd love to meet you. Visiting our campus will give you a closer look at what CVCA is all about. There are a number of admissions events throughout the year for prospective families like you. Plenty of opportunities to get a closer look. You can register for an event or schedule a tour or sign up for a shadow experience for your son or your daughter. For more information or to sign up for any of those opportunities, please visit cvcaroyals.org/admissions. Once again, that is cvcaroyals.org/admissions. You are tuned into the CVCA Livestream YouTube page. It's CVCA Livestream's coverage of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. We'll call it a semifinal round championship game. The winner between Kenston and Amherst Steele will go to the championship game of the tournament tomorrow night. And right now, it is Kenston in command, 3-0 at the second intermission with 30 minutes in the books and 15 left to play in regulation. Once again, this gives us an opportunity, as we spent the first intermission with head coach Doug Fairchild of CVCA. We didn't have an opportunity then. We're going to talk now about the chance you have to support CVCA Livestream. Coach Doug Fairchild talked about how it's great and gets all the feedback on everyone enjoying the broadcast. We hope you are. We're doing our best. It is not without gremlins like any other team, especially when IT and technology is involved, but nevertheless, we're doing our best to give you the best coverage of high school hockey in Northeast Ohio. CVCA Livestream began as an effort during the COVID year to get CVCA athletic events into your living room when there were restrictions on attendance. In fact, during CVCA hockey games here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center, the city of Garfield Heights allowed hockey to go on, but without any fans, and so that's how we really got started. We haven't stopped. Cost about $3,000 each winter to do these broadcasts for you, and that has been fully borne by the team putting on the production here. We've been glad to do that, but for the first time, we have been working with Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy to allow you to donate to support CVCA Livestream. We say it's 100% volunteer staffing with professional production. We do our best to fill in that professional role. We certainly don't hesitate to proudly say we're volunteers. Every dollar that you give goes right back into helping our equipment and our production costs. We don't take a dime. It's a bunch of dads and a bunch of folks who just likes doing this. John Powell to my right, Sean Mosher, Kent Schwartzbeck, etc. We just like the opportunity to bring hockey to your living room. So whether you're in Columbus, whether you're in California or Florida, if you've got the chance to support CVCA Livestream, we would ask that you consider that. Especially now at the end of the year, your gift goes to Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. It is fully tax deductible. You can visit cvcaroyals.org/give-now or follow that QR code. It'll take you right to the website. When you make your donation, whether it's one time or monthly, we just ask you reference CVCA Livestream in the comments section so that the folks at the school know how and where to allocate those funds when you get the opportunity to use them. It might be a new piece of equipment. It might be paying for the streaming costs. It's that type of thing that it takes to put these productions on. Thank you for watching for 5 years, the 5th anniversary of CVCA Livestream, and thank you for your support of CVCA Livestream. If you're a supporter of the Kenston Bombers, you are pleased right now. It's 3-0 at the second intermission, and we've got a few highlights to show you since we didn't have a chance to show them at the end of the first intermission. Go ahead, Sean. Roll them. Early in the game, J.C. Pustai got the Bombers on the board early. A loose puck in the crease, and Pustai poked it into the back of the net. It was 1-0, and it stayed that way until the final second when Noah Cheatham accidentally poked it past his goaltender right as the buzzer sounded. 2-0 at the break. And then this beautiful pass from Gavin Rowell to Pustai, who was breaking in. Pustai just redirected it into the back of the net. And that's where we stand right now. 3-0. Kenston leading. And once again, if the Bombers hold on, they will play at 7:30 tomorrow night in the championship game, either against CVCA or against Worthington Kilbourne. Kilbourne needs an Avon victory against CVCA tonight in the final game of the preliminary rounds to advance. They would advance based on a goal differential win in a three-way tie with CVCA and Avon and themselves. If the Royals get a point, they award 3 points for a victory, 2 points for an overtime victory, 1 point for an overtime loss, 1.5 points for a tie. And if you got all that down, it just takes any of those results for CVCA to advance to the final. If Kenston holds on and CVCA were to advance, it would be the second meeting of the year between Kenston and CVCA. The two played earlier this year up at the Pond, a home game in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League White North Division on December 14th, only a couple of weeks ago. CVCA trailed early but came back with a solid second period to take the lead, only to see that lead go away late in the third when Kenston tied it up and then won it in overtime. A 5-4 decision on December 14th. The Bombers victorious against the Royals. The two teams had a pair of matchups a year ago in divisional play. The Bombers won at home. CVCA won here on senior night in the spring, and it looked like the two were destined to meet up again in the Barron Cup Championship. But Strongsville had other thoughts in mind. The Strongsville Mustangs upset the Royals in the semifinal round of the Barron Cup, and then upset the second-seeded Bombers in the championship round. Only the second loss of the entire season for Kenston at that point. So it was Strongsville who came out with the championship, and the much-anticipated third meeting a year ago did not happen between CVCA and Kenston. All that is moot information if Avon defeats CVCA tonight, and those two teams played in the opening night of the season this year, and CVCA came from behind to secure a 4-3 victory, so it's no guarantee the Royals are in that championship game. The Worthington Kilbourne Wolves are cheering for the Avon Eagles tonight, no doubt. Here, less than a minute to go before we resume play, and it is the Bombers who are first through the door back into the arena with that 3-0 lead. Coach Tom Moore is looking for a championship spot for his crew of Bombers here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. And I'm sure it's been an inspirational speech in the locker room for the Amherst Steele hockey Comets from head coach Steve Morris, the 2023 OHSAA Coach of the Year and 2024 OHSAA Sportsmanship, Ethics, and Integrity Award recipient. We've got 15 minutes to go. And if you heard that buzzer, sometimes we're glad we've got headphones on up here, because we are sitting right below the scoreboard and right under that buzzer, which is really loud. So, just as an aside. We're peering through the glass, and it looks like we could potentially see. No, we cannot. The locker rooms are just off the lobby area here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. We do not see the Comets yet making their way back toward the arena. 15 minutes up in the ice. The Bombers have been milling around for about 90 seconds already. I'll be right back with you as we see the Comets coming through just right now. Just having an offline conversation with Kent Schwartzbeck, who's been manning the shots on goal station. I guess we're going to call it a station, Kent. As we said before earlier in another broadcast, there is no shots on goal kept in the scoreboard here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. For us to have that capability, we've actually got a Google sheet and using technology, a button device to press a button to send a change in record to the Google sheet that we ingest back into the software. And he's explained that it's taking a little bit of a delay in getting the shots on goal to update, but they are updating, and you'll see in just a moment that it actually is Amherst Steele who leads in shots on goal, 26-18 through the second period. But it's the scoreboard that matters, 3-0, as we are back underway with third period play here from the Dan. A shot is knocked down. First shot of the third period attempted by Cooper Bingham. It's loose in the corner, and Vinny Kelly has it. He'll cycle it back down low, and it's Bingham on the near side corner who will pick it up. Bingham surveying. Gets some pressure and dumps it down low. Fisher Sims wraps it around in front. It's loose there and swept out of harm's way by one of the Bombers, and they're going to counter with Gavin Rowell. Rowell takes a long shot. Rebound, and of course, who else? J.C. Pustai is there. Pustai will battle in the corner. It comes loose to the front of the goal and sticked away by the goaltender Schubert. Sent up and out to center ice. Kicked ahead and taken into the offensive zone by Noah Cheatham. Cheatham has one on the far side. Rebound shot and no score. It trickles to the far side. Second shot is turned away by Linz. Oh my, what a chance right there. A couple of chances for the Comets, and Linz keeps the sheet clean. It's still 3-0. A blown tire as Cheatham falls down into the boards, and it results in a chance for the Bombers. Poked up and stays in play into the offensive zone. Luke Mack, or check that, it's Charlie McBride on defense, preventing any further opportunity for the Comets, at least for a moment. Puck is taken away and sent to center ice. Dumped right back in. But it's McBride. Chips it forward. It goes right to the goal. Shot over the crossbar. A good chance right there for Noah Riley. Loose puck in the corner. Connor Murphy battling for Kenston. Rowell now center ice. He'll dump. Head to the bench. Get his first breather and a goal as I'm watching Rowell go off the ice. Kenston gets a fourth, and it looks like it might be Charlie McBride. No. Well, let's watch it together. Just an opportunity, and it's number 22, Luke Mack. And sometimes technology is not your friend, and it's been a struggle with that goal camera late in the afternoon here, but Luke Mack gets the fourth. I was watching Gavin Rowell, who dumped it in. He was heading to the bench for his first breather, and Mack, meanwhile, kept playing. Here's a chance. Saved by Linz. And a penalty coming. It's a penalty that's going to go on to Kenston. A hook. But the hill is even steeper right now. See, the referee had the arm in the air. The last power play opportunity was not fruitful for the Comets. And they're going to send Connor Murphy to the penalty box for 2 minutes for hooking. They need a goal, and do they ever right now after Luke Mack put the Bombers up 4-0. And it's Rowell who comes out with it. Rowell dangerous at any point, shorthanded. He shoots. Save. Gets it again and has it taken away. But a shorthanded bid by Gavin Rowell. Good defense there at the blue line. The Comets unable to gain the zone. They'll try again. It's dump and chase time. Sent in and around the boards to the far side. Vinny Kelly up to the right point. Down low. Behind the goal, Fisher Sims. Sims has it. Back to the point. Cheatham has it deflected by Rowell. Kelly sends it down low, but it ricochets off the boards. Carmela Nielsen, though, turns it over. Skating in, a chance. And another save by Linz. Loose. Linz looking for it. Slapped that in front. And unable to convert are the Comets. Oh, my. Another amazing chance. Loose in front again. And Rowell says, that's it. Get away from my goaltender. He gives a push to Fisher Sims. 56 seconds. Good gracious. The Comets cannot buy a goal right here. Here it is, loose. Linz was all turned around, and Amherst Steele could not get it in the back of the net. 56 seconds remains on the power play time as we continue. 11:25 in the clock, the enemy of the Comets here. Power play continues. Try to get that first one. Logan Linz has been perfect tonight. It trickles behind the net. 36 seconds to go on the penalty time. They cycle it again down low. Up to the point. Deacon Kelly. He'll send one on goal. It gets saved and ricochets behind the goal. Backhanded chance. Goes wide. Sent back down low. Cooper Bingham. Bingham with 14 left. Surveying. Nobody moving. Give and go. Trying to get Bingham the puck with an opportunity. 5 seconds remain. It's behind the net, but the penalty time expiring, and it's gone. Back to even strength, and again, the Comets unable to get anything on the power play. It's still 4-0. Kenston leading and in command. Clock winding down toward 10 minutes to go. J.C. Pustai cross ice into the offensive zone, but could not connect on the pass, and so Amherst Steele has it once again. They move it forward. It's angled into the zone and behind the net. Collected there by Sebastian Smith. Smith cycles it back down low, looking for Noah Riley. Riley pushes it to the corner, has it, and sends it up to the left point. Zach Owens sends it toward the goal. A stick goes flying into the air. In the corner goes the puck and the stick. Noah Riley has it again. It's one of the Bombers without the stick. In fact, it's Luke Mack. Mack standing in front of the goal without his stick. Riley gets hooked, falls to the ground, but sends it to the near side. Chasing after it. And cycling it back down low is Bingham. Now, even strength here, but Mack still without a stick. Sent to the near side corner. Sebastian Smith winds up, he'll shoot, and a save by Linz. And 3 of the Kenston Bombers surround their goaltender. There'll be no further play there as he freezes the puck. 8:59 to go. And you watch with us. It got behind him, but again, he's been good, and he's also had luck on his side. That puck beat him, but it's just died there in the blue paint. Again, won by Steele. Into the far side corner, Vinny Kelly. Kelly cycles it back down, wraparound chance, shot, and no, that one goes wide. There is a invisible door on the front of that goal crease, it looks like. And here comes a 2-on-1. Rowell, Pustai, shot and a score. It's not Pustai, it's Luke Mack. And Kenston is putting on a clinic on the odd man rush. 5-0 Bombers. Rowell had Mack coming, and Mack beat the goaltender Schubert. Kenston can taste it now. The Bombers' ticket is all but printed to the championship game tomorrow night. It's 5-0. And we will confess up here, we are not shocked at all that Kenston is winning, having seen them so often over the last year and a half. That said, a 5-0 score is not what we expected out of this one. Kenston back in the offensive zone. Take it away. Sebastian Smith sends it forward. Here comes Kenston again. Logan Orlando, 16, Danny Offit. Shot goes wide. Charlie McBride takes a chance. Sent up. But turned aside and back on it. Offit skates past it. It's McBride. Kept in. Noah Riley. He'll dump it down low. But no one there for Amherst Steele. To the far side. Sent forward. And a nice play to extricate the zone to Offit. Moves it ahead. Big collision on the far side. Deacon Kelly goes crashing to the ground. Here comes a chance. A shot knocked down in front. Never got to the goal. Sid Richardson out for a shift. A shot and a save by the goaltender Schubert. 7:15 to go, 5-0. The Kenston Bombers leading Amherst Steele here. 36 shots, no goals for the Comets. And look no further than Logan Linz, who is authoring a beautiful game and goal tonight as that puck is loose. Not for lack of effort. Penalty coming, delayed penalty coming up on Kenston. So Amherst Steele will have another opportunity, and the touch-up happens right near the blue line. Interference is the call. We'll take a look at it together. Couldn't see much. But Amherst Steele will go back into the power play mode. It is J.C. Pustai who hits a 2-minute break in the box. Steele wins the faceoff. Cheatham, he'll take a chance. It's blocked in front. Good defensive play by Luke Mack, who loses his stick again, as he did a little bit ago. Loose in front. They can't get a stick on it. Again, Kenston playing great team defense in front of their goaltender. And then Linz standing up tall in between the pipes. 1:37 to go. At the right point, down into the face-off circle. Skating in, a shot goes wide on the near side. It's collected by Noah Cheatham. He angles it down low behind the net. Mack has retrieved his stick. Cheatham sends it on goal. Shot is saved. And now here comes Rowell on the shorthanded opportunity with speed into the offensive zone. Ahead 5-0. He'll just pause there. He'll send it on in deep. Collected by Steele, but time ticking away on the penalty. 1 minute left and ticking away on the game clock. 5:50 remaining. The Kenston Bombers with a solid performance all around. A shot and another save by Linz, who just pounces on that puck. The 38th, or is it 39th, 40th save of the night for Logan Linz. Sometimes you just got to have to tip your cap to the opposing goaltender, and I think that is the situation the Comets are in right here. No give up, but no goals. Kelly fires another one. Is knocked down by Mack in front, off the back glass and out of play with 5.5 minutes to go in the contest. 35 seconds to go in the penalty time to J.C. Pustai, who is calm on that bench as you watch the replay. A couple of plays ago. At the right point. Back down to the circle. Sent down into the corner. Cleared out to neutral ice with 22 seconds to go in the penalty time. Fisher Sims sends it forward. It's brought into the zone by Bingham. Bingham tied up. But in on it is Sims. Shot goes over the goal into the far side corner with 8 seconds left in the penalty time. Sent up and cleared out all the way down the ice, and that's going to do it for the penalty time. Back to even strength in 1 second. And Pustai is released with 4:52 left to go in the contest. Once again, the penalty kill stays perfect for Kenston, like everything else today. Cycled down low. Cooper Bingham up to the right point. Cheatham, his shot. Yet another save by Logan Linz. And you're looking at it from Lin's perspective. He had it tracked all the way. Didn't leave a rebound. He's the story of the night. 41 shots. It'll update in just a moment. Amherst Steele trying to buy a goal. There's another save by Linz. Rebound is chipped out to center ice. Rao lurking there. Comets will dump it back in, but the clock ticking down to 4 minutes left in this contest. Gavin Rao will just flip it forward, and it has to be covered by Schubert. A big collision in the circle to Schubert's right as the whistle blows. We'll watch the aftermath of this train wreck. See if it gets that far. It does not. Perhaps best for all parties concerned. 3:50 as it comes in and it's kicked aside before he gets to Schubert's goal. Sent around the boards to the near side. Cleared for a moment, but sent right back in by the Comets where Cheatham is on it. He'll chip it ahead, looking for Sebastian Smith. He gets it right back. Has to evade. 1, now 2, and we'll bring it up the ice. Cheatham gains the zone. Cheatham to the right side, into the corner. Centering and actually sticked aside by the goaltender, Linz. Sent forward. Sebastian Smith is on it, but again, the difficulty and struggle for the Amherst Steele Comets continues. Fletcher Linz gets a touch. Number 3 for Kenston out on the ice, a freshman. And now chasing it, Connor Murphy, another freshman defenseman for Kenston. Loose puck taken into the zone. Here's a chance. Cross ice pass shot, and there's the first. No! Unbelievable. There is a cover, a lid on that goal. Off the iron. It looked like they'd lit the lamp finally, but still the shutout is in play. 2.5 to go. Play continues. Amherst Steele in the offensive zone. They skate in. Sharp angled shot, rebound out in front, and J.C. Pustai has it. Here comes the counter with speed into the offensive zone. Pustai shoots one, and it's sticked aside by the goaltender Schubert. 2:08. Big collision, another penalty coming. Pushing after the play. Interference is the play, and another more pushing and shoving. Frustration and a punch to the head, and that is going to cost the Comets player, Deacon Kelly, the rest of the game. It might cost him some of tomorrow, if not all of it as well. Let's take another look, see if we go that far. Kelly gave the initial push into there, and there's the replay. Pushing and shoving, and you see the punch. Sometimes the scoreboard tells the truth, and the frustration got the better of Deacon Kelly right there. So we'll wait to see what the call is. He is in the box, 2 minutes. And we're watching along with you. 4 minutes, so a double minor for Kelly. And he's lucky that's all it was. A major might have cost him tomorrow with that punch, that forearm shiver he gave. So the power play for the remainder of the game for the Bombers, who are going to advance and play in the championship game tomorrow night. There's a chance, shot on goal. Sent back down low by Luke Mack into the corner. Cheatham will try and clear. McBride can't get it, but Mack sends it right back down low. Troy Wheeland is out there on the power play. Here's Mack. He's going to take a chance. It's knocked down in front. Far side. That's Rowell. He'll dump it down low. He'll pick it back up. Rowell tries to center. It's knocked into the corner by Noah Riley. Up to the point. Back to Rowell. Far side boards. He'll send it down low. It ricochets behind the net with 1:08 left to go in the contest. Mack down into the corner. The centering attempt is intercepted and is sent up but not out. Kept in by Mack, who dumps it right back down low into the corner with 55 left in the contest. J.C. Pustai got things started with a pair of goals. sends it up. Loose and finally cleared out by Noah Riley. With 40 seconds to go, the Kenston Bombers 40 seconds away from booking their date in the championship game tomorrow. We'll have to pause a few extra seconds here as they ice the puck on the power play. Kenston, I believe, will play for their first ever opportunity to win the CVCA Christmas tournament. Not sure they have competed in this tournament in the past, and we've been around for, I believe, 8 or 10 years involved with CVCA hockey. Certainly, they have not won it. The Royals won it a couple times. Whitmer won a couple years ago. The Kent Roosevelt Rough Riders won it one time when it was held down at Kent State University Ice Arena, which was the former home rink of CVCA. Tomorrow, the Bombers will play for the championship. They wind out the clock here on this one. A resounding 5-0 victory as they ice the puck a second time on this power play. Playing out the string, and the referees forced to call it. It's been a heck of a run for Kenston with 30+ wins a year ago. This will be their 11th win before the end of the calendar 2024, and they'll have a chance to get 12 tomorrow night. It's sent up and out. 10 seconds left. One more save for Linz, and why not? 43 on the night. As the clock's going to wind out, it's a 43-save shutout for goaltender Logan Linz, and his teammates will surround him with a celebration. A resounding 5-0 victory for the Kenston Bombers. They will play for the championship of the CVCA Christmas tournament tomorrow night against either the homestanding Royals or the Wolves from Worthington-Kilbourne. They will know their opponent at the end of tonight's game. A huge celebration and hug between Linz and his teammate, second goaltender Nick Svoboda, and they will be the first ones through the line as these two teams congratulate each other. It is the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League's White North Division with a resounding victory against the Red Division Amherst Steele Comets. And head coach Tom Moore in the Santa hat and his assistant Kent Mack headed through the line as well. Always dapper, the two of them. Dressed for spring like the weather outside, but they're dressed for spring whether it's 10 below zero or it's 64 degrees like it is today. Shorts, the Kenston attire on top, and the Santa hats. It's Coach Tom Moore's and his Bombers who will play for the championship tomorrow. We've got a quick turn and another game tonight, and an important one between CVCA and Avon, which will determine the opponent for Kenston tomorrow. So we're going to sign off now and get things changed over. Be back on the air in about 40 minutes for CVCA and Avon. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage of today's broadcast of Kenston and Amherst Steele. The Comets not able to get it done today. The Bombers victorious 5-0. Until next time, which is just 40 minutes away, this is Tim Nichols for CVCA Livestream. So long and have a good evening.